Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with HerballyHipTarot. How's my Herbally Hip tribe doing? This is for entertainment purposes only, and everything we say here is allegedly. Oh my God, you guys, there's always, with this Orange Menace, there's just always so much going on. That is a sign of a narcissistic sociopath. They constantly create drama. They love drama, they live on drama, and that's all they want is to create drama. There really is no use of these people, okay? I'm not trying to be mean. When I researched out about narcissists and sociopaths, this is what they do. They cause chaos. And they enjoy it. They thrive. They live off of chaos. And every single day, there is something. And he'll do several things a day. It's amazing. It is amazing that at 80-something almost, he has this much energy to keep causing this much chaos. It's unbelievable. Anyway, let's get into it. Oh, before we get into it, if you could hit the subscribe button, and if you hit it twice, you'll get all notices. I think you're gonna like it here. Okay, so let's start reading. Okay, I had an energy change. I had gotten for the last, I don't know, ever since the Orange Menace announced that he wanted to have this stupid parade, that it wasn't gonna happen. And I asked again this morning, my pendulum, and it said, yeah, it's gonna happen. So I want to know, is the parade going to take place? An open read on this parade. And then also I want to take a reading on the protests all over the 50 states about the parade. So I guess while he's having his stupid parade, there's going to be protests in all 50 states. So I want to do an update. I want to do an open read on that. And let's just confirm again. Clear, Spirit. Is the parade going to take place? Yes. Remember, we've asked this several times and it said no. Clear. Spirit. Clear. Spirit. Were the powers to be trying to cancel this parade? Were they trying to cancel it? Yes. So they've been trying to cancel it this whole time. So that's what my guys were picking up on, that like it wasn't going to happen. But he kept pushing, I guess, for this stupid parade. So let's read on it. All right. Energy change. The parade is on. Energy change. You know what we'll say? Energy change. The parade is on. Okay. Let's find out what. So we're just going to do an open read about this stupid parade. Clear. Spirit. Open read about this stupid parade. Orange Menace's stupid parade. Should I use what lies beneath? No. Clear. Should I use true crime? No. Okay. Clear. Spirit. Should I use twin flame oracle tarot cards? Okay. Clear. Spirit. Should I use mystic red rose oracle? No. Clear. Should I use mystic black rose? Okay, so he's Mystic Black Rose for his stupid parade. And then I want to know what about the protest in all 50 states about the parade. Protesting the parade and everything else he's doing. Spirit. Protest in all 50 states. Open read about the parade. Open read. Should I use Mystic Black Rose? No. Clear. Should I use Mystic Red Oracle? Clear. Should I use Twin Flame Awakened Path Tarot? Okay. So, for the second one, for all 50 states are protesting the parade and everything else, I'm going to use this. And then about his stupid ass parade, we're going to use, this one is Twin Flame Awakened Path Tarot. And for his stupid parade, we're going to use Mystic Black Rose. Okay? All right. Let me shuffle, and I'll be right back. Okay. So, we're going to read about the Orange Menace's stupid parade. Oh, my God, this menace. And then we had 4 cards fall out. So, the first one that fell out was Influences. Second one that flew out is Obsession. Third one that flew out is Frozen. And the other one, the fourth one, is witchcraft. So those are the ones that fell out. So those, will you put those down? And then let's look what's on the bottom. Decision. Yeah, whose decision was it? Whose final decision was it to have that stupid parade? You're wasting money. Okay, there's people starving. You let the people, I think it's 300,000 people in Africa die because of USAID. You let that food rot out and they died, either of starvation or disease. There's all kind of children going hungry, all horrible things happening. People can't afford things, and you're going to spend, I don't know, millions or billions, whatever it is, on this stupid parade. And you're going to ruin the flipping streets for mask. Wasn't he the government of waste and fraud? He is fraud, and he's waste. This man irritates me to no end. Just to no end. And I think he gets me so riled up too, because I have this narcissism in my family / psychopath in my family, and to deal with them, it grates at my ever-living nerves. So, and now I have it in my president. Like, okay, let me stop talking. All right, so about this stupid parade, okay, decision. Wrong reasons, contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain. So look at this. Isn't this crazy? I said there was an energy change. Wrong reasons. Okay, this parade is for the wrong reasons. It's all for narcissists to celebrate himself. Contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain. So what was happening here is there were people who were working on this whole time going, okay, this is not going to happen. We'll talk him out of it, or we'll, whatever. They were working this whole time until recently, until probably today or yesterday, to not do this parade. Okay? And it's telling you in the card, contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain. So they were trying this whole time, and they were thinking, this isn't going to happen. This is so stupid. We'll talk him out of it, or whatever their plan was. And no, he's having his dumb parade. Mask. Pretending, putting up a front, two-faced, not genuine. That's the Orange Menace. That's him, period. And him about this parade. It's not genuine. He's saying it's to celebrate the military. It's on his birthday. Yeah. Okay. Influences. Others involved. Third party. Intervention. Manipulation. Okay. The intervention is what pops out to me with these words. They were trying to intervene this whole time. Okay. To not have this parade. I'd like to be a fly on the wall to see exactly what failed, why they could not get this parade away from him. Obsession. See? He's obsessed with himself. Holding on, clinging, can't let go, anxiety. That's the Orange Menace. Holding on, clinging, can't let go. He's obsessed with himself. So he was like, they were fighting. He was fighting. They were fighting with him not to have this parade. But he's obsessed with himself. Frozen. Not speaking, stonewall, not taking action. Okay, the whole thing, what I'm taking is the stonewalled. This whole thing was just stonewalled. They won it, they were fighting for it. It's stonewalled. And they're going to have it. Witchcraft. Someone is hexing. There's a spell. Negativity. That's the Orange Menace fighting and fighting and fighting. That he wants this parade for himself. Anchor. Hold it together. Hold it together. Getting a grip. Heaviness. Chained up. This is how the people felt. They felt chained up. The ones who were trying to not have this stupid parade. Blind. Searching for answers. Blinded to the truth. Watching you online. Wanting to know. That's the Orange Menace. He's blind. Okay? Only thing he can see in this world is things that satisfy and make him happy. That's it. If it affects other people negatively, he doesn't care. He's a good narcissist / sociopath, and they do not have any empathy for anybody. They're blind. They're blind to other people. They're blind to empathy. Only thing these people see is themselves. Escape. Avoiding, blocking, pushing. Okay, escape. Avoiding, blocking, pushing away, hiding. They were trying to avoid and block this as much as they could. It's amazing to me how many cards we have on this about them, how hard they tried this whole time. Time. Needing time. Now is not the time. Time will bring unexpected changes. Are there going to be some unexpected changes that happen around this time, where his birthday and this stupid parade? Because some of the people have gotten some stuff about him, about something happening to him around his birthday. We're going to ask. Bottled up. Illusions. Keeping things inside, not opening up. Deception. The Orange Menace. Deception. Okay? Saying that this is to celebrate. I think he said it's to celebrate the military. I don't know what his ass excuse is to have it, but the real reason is for himself, to celebrate himself, because he thinks he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Oh, I literally want to throw up. Okay. Clear. Spirit. This card here, time. Is there something that's going to be exposed around this parade? Yes, clear. And is it going to be about the Orange Menace? Yes. Clear. Spirit, does it have anything to do with his removal? No. Clear. Spirit, does it have anything to do about him being exposed? Okay, I want to know. Clear. Spirit, is it exposure about the stealing of the election? Yes. Clear. Is there an exposure about the Epstein stuff? No. Okay. I just read, oh God, I can't remember what newspaper it was, but it's in the newspaper now. Finally, it made the newspaper. It hasn't made the media on TV. I don't know what their problem is, but I'm going to tell you about two things real quick. It was in this newspaper, and it had everything. It had Alliance something. They're the ones who did a lot of have done a lot of work on the stats. And then I think they talked about Greg PALAST too, who also has done information. They use stats, and Greg PALAST actually used the votes. So I think both of them are working with they mentioned both of them. I know they mentioned Alliance, the Alliance group. And then they mentioned the case in New York. And they said, and this happened a lot. They said it happened a lot where Kamala got zero or like nothing, and then the senator or the governor, whoever was running in that state for whatever any other positions, won. And it happened all over the place. In fact, the title said, "Did Kamala really win the presidency in 2024?" And then what was the other thing I was going to tell you about this? Oh, there was one other thing. Oh, I think it's June. No, June, July. It's either July or August when this goes to court in New York. There was another thing I was going to tell you about this. Oh, I was watching MSNBC yesterday evening, and there was this lady came on. I forgot her name. She's like with AOC and like she's outspoken like AOC and like Jasmine Crockett is. I forgot her name. I had her. I read about her once. Anyway, and she's a senator, and she was being interviewed, and she said, and we don't really know if this crooked regime has messed with the votes from when Trump won. And they were all like this. They couldn't discuss it because they've been obviously the news, the head honchos in the news corporate world have told them that they can't talk about it. So, but they wanted to so bad, and they had to change the subject. So she just looked at them like this, like, he didn't win that damn election. It was beautiful. All right, let's get back to this. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I go off on tangents. But I wanted to let you guys know about those couple of things if you haven't seen that. Okay, so as the energy stands right now, okay, I always say I can't promise anything. Just like I didn't say I could promise that he wasn't going to have the parade, but the energy of the time was he wasn't going to have the parade, okay? And now we see why. Because they were like, he ain't going to have this damn parade. And they were just working on him, not having that parade. But he stuck in there, stuck to his guns. So the energy right now is that it's on. So the energy could change on, is it the parade on Saturday or Sunday? Whenever that damn parade is. I know it's this weekend. So the energy could change. But the energy right now is something's going to be talked about this election, this stolen election. I'm very excited. So we'll see if the energy stays the same until then. Okay, so I wanted to read on this because when I had seen that there was a change of energy, well, what had happened was I got a download and it said, go check, the parade is on. And I'm like, what? So then I came in here and that's when I checked. That's how I knew. You know what's weird about it is I get downloads all the time, and I've been so used to my whole life ignoring most of them until I started doing this work. And so sometimes I still ignore them. Like I didn't really listen the first time, and then it came again. That parade is on. And I'm like, the parade is on? I came here and checked. Said, yes, the parade is on. Insane. All right, so let me do the Twin Flame Tarot, and we will find out. Just open and read on the protests in all 50 states against the Orange Menace and this parade. So I'll be right back. Okay, so all 50 states are having protests about the Orange Menace and his stupid parade. Open read. Emperor. What's in the middle? Queen of Swords. And then let's get our first 3 cards. All right, let's read about these protests in all 50 states against the Orange Menace. Emperor. Divine masculine, control, authority. This is what he thinks of himself. And the problem with him is there's way too much masculinity. He doesn't have any femininity at all to balance him out. He is all just wants to run everything with the fist. That's it. Queen of Swords. Honest and fair, cutthroat, objective and truthful, independent. Who are we talking about here? Are we describing the energy of the protesters? That's who I can think of right here. Are we talking about Kamala? We'll ask, okay? But the cutthroat part for either one, I don't think is in that, so we won't have that cut. I'm not gonna honor that cutthroat in that card because that's not what I'm seeing in it. Knight of Swords. Assertive and impatient, direct and daring, ambitious, motivated. That's the Orange Menace. Eight of Cups. Walking away, letting go, leaving behind. Who's walking away, letting go, and leaving behind? Is he going to have some people? Is he going to have some of his staff walk away from him? We're going to find out. Because maybe it might have been some of his staff who were fighting him, or, you know, trying to convince him not to do this parade, and then everything else that's happened. So we'll see. Two of Cups. It's like you want to cancel people's Social Security, their Medicaid, food stamps. You want to cut all the social programs, but you want to keep your $2 billion parade. Disgusting. Soulmates and unity, close bond, spiritual connection. What I think this is saying here, it says soulmates, unity, close bond, spiritual connection. And I think this is just a connection that we all have between each other, who do not like we do not like this Orange Menace. We do not like how he's running the country, and we have bonded together. And that's what the people out there marching the day he has his parade, they're bonded together. They even have a spiritual connection, right? Justice. Consequences. Karma, law, and integrity. There's going to be karma for this. Like I said, 300,000 people have died because of U.S. aid not being delivered, and you're having a parade that could cost millions upon billions of dollars. There will be karma. Ace of Swords. Clarity and truth. New ideas. Victory and triumph. Who is having this victory and triumph? Is it the Orange Menace? God, I hope not. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And then the last read, we read that there's going to be some exposure of the stolen, more exposure of the stolen election. Okay, let's keep going. Knight of Cups. Charming and idealist, determined, tactful, and graceful. Who are we talking about? Okay, we're going to keep going. Nine of Swords. Sleepless nights, anxiety, depression, breaking point, negativity. I think this is the Orange Menace. And what I'm getting with this is sleepless nights, anxiety, depression, breaking point, and negativity. This is all him. And that's the reason he's pushed so hard to have the parade. Whenever he feels that people are against him or he's not winning, he has to have a rally, right? So he's all for this parade. This is the biggest rally he's ever had. Also, when I was watching the UFC last weekend, which I should never have watched, I promised myself I wasn't going to watch it. I wanted to watch one fighter. Anyway, I already talked about that. But anyway, I'm not going to be ordering no more UFCs. But anyway, when he went there, the fighters all thanked him for being there. It was disgusting. They showed his face over and over and over and over. So Dana White is in on this. He knows that the Orange Menace is floundering. He's lost a lot. He looks like he's a horrible human being because he is. So that's why he has to do these things. So last week, and he did the UFC and made all the fighters, talk about him in this grand light. He's talking to a lot of bro dudes or who are Trumpers. I don't know the percentages there. And now this weekend, he's going to have the parade. See? So he has to do this parade when he's having sleepless nights, anxiety and depression, breaking point, and negativity, which is all he's been having. Eight of Wands. He's hardly had any wins. Fast movement, quick decisions, sudden progress. See, that's they're talking about how this came up. They were trying their hardest in my last reading not to have this parade. But all of a sudden, sudden progress. Damn. Nine of Pentacles. Efforts and success. Achievement. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Efforts and success. Achievement. Independence. Self-sufficiency. Now, I wonder if this is us. Efforts and success. Achievement. Independence. Self-sufficiency. See, I wonder, okay, so what I'm going to ask, okay, several of these cards, they might be describing us. Clear, Spirit. Nine of Pentacles. Efforts and success, achievement, independence, self-sufficiency. Are you talking about the American people who will be marching on over this weekend? Yes. Clear. Spirit, are you also talking about the people who oppose the Orange Menace? Yes. Okay. So this is efforts and success. So all this effort we've done by readers, reading cards, or psychics, or people out marching, or just speaking against the Orange Menace. People, and all these marches we're having, these protests. There's effort and success, achievement, independence, and self-sufficiency. Beautiful. Now, I'm thinking that this is also us. Ace of Swords. Clarity and truth. New ideas, victory and triumph. Spirit, is this the American people who don't support the Orange Menace? Yes. Okay, so it's saying that we are going to be the ones that are victorious and triumph and are successful. Wonderful. Let's ask this. Clear, Spirit, is this parade going to be a success for the Orange Menace? No. Clear, Spirit, will there be a lot of people at his parade? No. Clear, Spirit, are there going to be a lot of people protesting? Yes. He's an idiot. You know what? He is. Well, we all know he's an idiot, but that's just stupid. You're going to show, because what I've gotten is that Kamala won 70%. He only won the same 30% that he always wins. It's really going to show on Saturday. Is it Saturday or Sunday when it is? Whenever it is, Saturday or Sunday. It's really going to show. All the people that are protesting and nobody at that damn parade. I am here for it. Now I want the parade to go. Not that I want to waste the money, but if it humiliates this fool, good. And if it exposes something, or some things are going to come out at this time of the parade about this stolen election, bring it on, because whatever we need to do to get this thing going, of him getting the hell out. Okay, you guys, that's it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. You can give this video a thumbs up. Comments or questions, leave them below. Anything you want me to read on, leave it below. Remember, do something to make yourself happy today. Love, peace, and happiness. I will talk to you guys in just a little bit. Got a couple more videos. All right. Bye, guys.